I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Philippians chapter 4 verses 13. Hello family. A very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today we are going to make the most special and loaded okra stew or soup for this holiday season. And what makes this extremely exciting is it comes in different forms and shapes. Any form of okra stew that you want to make this holiday season, you will find the oilless okrosoup, oilless okrostew. You will find, the chopper style, so many different ways you're going to make your okra stew. So please relax and enjoy. The ingredients you'll be needing for this special loaded okra stew: we have our fresh okra, some garden eggs, and I have here my proteins. I'm going to be using some goat meat and some cow skin or wele or pomo, and I'll be incorporating some seafood as well. Here I have some mackerel, lobsters, and some shrimps. More vegetables here I'll be needing just 2 fresh tomatoes, some scotch bonnet peppers, some onions and garlic, ginger, and of course my momone. I have each and every ingredient listed below, of course not forgetting our palm oil. Begin with, I like to steam all my proteins. I begin with the goat meat and the cow skin. So I'm going to be seasoning it with my homemade seasoning, which I've also shared the recipes here. I'm going to link it below and here as well, just in case you missed it. Okay, I also went ahead to chop some onions and just crush more of garlic. I love my garlic, y'all. So I add enough water to make sure that this meat is cooked until very soft. All right. So once we're done, we cover it halfway and allow it to cook beautifully. And on the other side, I'm going to also steam my seafood. I begin with the mackerel because it takes longer. The lobsters and the shrimps are pre-cooked, so we do not have to use so much heat on that. I'll add some seasoning, pretty much the same season I use for the meat. I'll add just a little bit of water, cover it, and allow it to boil for the next 15 minutes. This is right about 12 to 15 minutes later. It is cooking very well. The fish here has cooked perfectly, so I'm going to lower the heat. Now then add my pre-cooked lobsters and shrimps. Mind you, this is on a very low heat. Okay, so I'll then go ahead and chop all my choppables. Let's just begin with the onions and then we go to the tomatoes. I always like to take out the seeds from the tomatoes and I'll blend it together with the peppers, garlic, and ginger, and a little bit of onions in there as well. I'll then proceed with the garden eggs and the okra. Please chop them into any forms and shapes that you prefer. All right. I've been doing this month. A special shout out goes to one of my favorite person here, which is Ifwa's Kitchen. She has been such an amazing support over the years. Thank you so much, sis, for your incredible support. I truly appreciate you. So right now it looks like we're done with all our choppables. Let's go and check up on our meat. It's doing amazing, smells so good. Tempting. So we're going to give it like 5 minutes more, and once we're done, we'll just take it and put it aside, and then we will begin with our stew process. Our seafood is also cooked to perfection as well. In my pot for the stew, I'm going to add my palm oil. Yes, you can also decide to use cooking oil, not palm oil, if you want. It is fine. I also have the oilless version, which I'm going to link here. Okay, there's so many ways you can make your okra stew. All right, so I'm going to add in some chopped onions and my momone. Momone is simply some cured stinky fish, which is a must have in your okra stew. I've shared the recipe here and I'm going to link it here and below as well. I'm also going to add my blended peppers and garlic, ginger, and I'll also add my chopped tomatoes here as well. Mix everything together and allow it to cook for the next 5 minutes while I go ahead and add my pre-boiled meat, not forgetting the stock. Adding the stock here really plays a very important role, so do not omit it. All right, so I'm going to even go ahead and add stock from steaming the seafood, which is also great. I'm not going to add everything, just a little bit. Cover it and allow it to cook for the next 15 minutes or so. All right, halfway through the cooking, I love to also go ahead and check it up, stir it, and make sure that the bottom is not burning. So while waiting for it to get ready, I'll then go ahead and prep for my okra and garden eggs. I'll begin by boiling about 1 cup of water, add about a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda, and then go in with my chopped okra and my chopped garden eggs. If you decide to use any green leaves, you can definitely add it here. The additional vegetables is always up to you. You can definitely add some molokaya leaves or some spinach. Very, very good in here. So stir everything to combine. Allow this to cook for just about 4 to 5 minutes, not too much. We don't want it to be overly cooked, and it's being cooked under low to medium heat. All right. This of our stew is ready now, so it's best time for us to incorporate our seafood right away. Please be gentle with it. You do not want it to start tearing up, all right? Perfect. We are now checking up on our okra and our garden eggs boiled. They are doing amazing, so it's perfect time for us to just incorporate it to the base of the stew, and we will have our delicious okra stew done. Please do well to like the video if you're enjoying this amazing okra stew recipes. Share with your friends and family as well, and they will thank you for that. So it's all set now. We're going to add everything together and our okra stew. Some people also will call this soup, whichever way it is done from. It is so good. Oh, so good. My throat is doing me somehow. Now it's all done very, very slimy, as you can see, and do not worry about the fish breaking because the okra is going to help you. All right. Oh, so good. All its beauty and glory is just up and shining. So delicious. Everything has been put in together, and all that you have to do is add some few onions and some scotch bonnet pepper for that beautiful garnish. Allow it to simmer for about 2 minutes and your okra stew or soup is ready. I have my banku, which is super soft the way I want it to be. We are preparing that. This will take us about 40 minutes. If you want it extra soft like this, it would take you about a half an hour. It is so easy to prepare. I have already shared a recipe of that. I'll link it here as well. All right, so there you have it, family. It is time to just go ahead, serve and enjoy. And because it's a holiday season, make sure that you serve it in a bigger bowl so that all the family will enjoy it together. I do love enjoying these meals with my family together. It brings out that special bond, and it's just so beautiful, so calming, and just so peaceful to have your okra stew with some banku afterwards. Watch some movies, go for a walk, and you are good. The holidays is sorted, right? So amazing. So there you have it, family. Thank you so very much for watching. I truly appreciate your time. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up. Please share it with your friends and family as well. Now, if you're from Lovystouch, my main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious. Today on the menu, we have this tasty and very delicious okra stew. If you always love your okra stew to be extra slimy, but do not like the idea of adding saltpeter or bicarbonate soda, this recipe right here is for you. So please be sure to stay tuned while we make this deliciousness together. Ingredients very quick. We have the king of the moment, which is our okra, and I'll be adding some vegetables. I went for the fresh spinach this time around. I have some garlic, ginger, peppers, onions, and some fresh tomatoes. I also have some stinky fish and some seasoning going on here. Proteins that we're going for today will be beef, that's the cow meat, and I have the cow skin and the cow stomach as well. Just these three is going to be our protein for the day. And I also have some good palm oil and some salt, of course, to taste. If you need the exact quantity of these ingredients, everything will be listed down below in the description box, so please be sure to check them out. To begin with, I'm going to grind my garlic, ginger, and a bit of onions. Also add my natural spices, which are the cloves and the thyme. That is what I use this time around, but you can go ahead and use any form of natural seasoning that you prefer. Look, you can use the blender, okay, but recently, I don't know what is up with me, I love the eating bowl very much. First of all, I like to get some work done with these arms of mine. And secondly, I think that it just brings out that natural flavor that I want. I have something in my head telling me that the blender takes away some of the flavors. I don't know what is happening to me. Please go ahead and use the blender, okay? Do not be like me. Maybe it might just be the fact that I am missing Ghana a lot. I don't know. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and season my meat with my natural spices, and I also chop some fresh onions to it. Add my shrimp seasoning and a bit of salt, and I'm not going to add any water at the moment. I'll just go ahead and make sure that everything grabs and absorb all the seasoning very well. I'll cover it and allow it to simmer through for about 10 minutes. Okay. So after 10 minutes, you just go ahead and check on it. Yes, it has produced all its natural juices, but you want to make sure that it's nice and soft and tender. So you go ahead and add a little bit more water, pour it, and allow it to cook for 45 minutes. Yes, you want it to be extra soft and tender, especially the cow skin. And while that is cooking, I'll go ahead and chop all the ingredients that needs to be chopped. Have to chop them into large sizes. If you have your chopper, please do well to use it. Nobody's going to award you for suffering in their kitchen, okay? So enjoy the process. It's absolutely incredible and amazing. I'll go ahead and chop the spinach and the okra as well. And for the okra, I choose to chop about quarter of it, into the normal way that you would chop it, and then grate the other part of it with my grater. So grating your okra is one of the factors that is going to help your okra stew maintain its sliminess for days. It's one of the secrets, okay? And after that, I'm going to use my grater to grate it, okay? And I'm going to use this side. I do not want it super tiny. I also want to feel the okra in the stew. That is why I even went ahead to chop some of it. Okay, you can also use your food processor to simply chop them for you if you don't like the grater, you don't want to use the grater. Okay, so yes, you combine everything and now your okra is set to go. Not looking pretty, just look at that. So green, so pretty. And yes, this is me again grinding the peppers and the tomato seeds together with the leftover natural spices that I blended earlier on, and checking on the meat. they were quite tender to my preference, and I'm going to take out the meat. I want the meat to cool down a little bit because I will be doing something different with it today. I will leave the cow skin and the cow stomach in its stock, and I will go ahead and now start with the stew process. Yay! And as I'm taking off the meat, I know what you are thinking. You want one in your mouth, huh? I got you. So right now, let the show begin. In my pot, I'll add my palm oil. Also choose to use coconut oil. Yes, you can use this here as well, okay? So once the oil heats up, I'm going in with my momone or stinky fish, and I'll just allow the infusion to take place for about 3 minutes and then add my chopped onions. I'll also make sure that caramelized for about 3 minutes and then add my blended natural spices, the peppers and the tomato seed. Allow that to also cook for about 2 minutes and then add my chopped tomatoes. Okay, please be mindful that you do not need lots of tomatoes here. It's a pot full of tomato stew, but I just used 2 of them. Okay, so please be mindful of that, and I'll allow that to cook for 3 minutes and then add my cow stomach and the cow skin and add the stock, which is very, very important. Okay, I'll cover it and allow that to cook for extra 10 minutes. Okay, do not touch it on a low medium heat because you do not also want your pot to get burnt. For preference, I love my cow meat to be very chewy, so I went ahead to air fry it for about 15 minutes. To try this and you do not have the air fryer, you can also use it in your oven as well. Okay, now to the very important stage of our okra stew. How we're going to cook the okra is going to affect the sliminess very well. Okay, we're not using any bicarbonate soda. What? These chopped onions is what is going to help the okra to maintain its sliminess. Fam, you need to try this and we will meet in the comment section. You are going to be so amazed. Okay, so after adding the onions, I also added a bit of hot water. I will recommend hot water as it helps the cooking process faster, and you are going to add the hot water according to how you want your texture of the stew to be. For me, I just wanted it to be on a thicker side today, so I added about 1 cup of water. Be sure to whisk it as our main goal is to achieve a very slimy okra stew. Do not forget that. Allow it to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes, not more. Okay, and yeah, we're going to also prep our stew now to receive the okra, and not forgetting our spinach here. If you have garden eggs, if you chose to use garden eggs, it's a time for you to add it now. Okay, and spinach does not really take long time for it to cook through, so I added a little bit of water and also went in with my air fried beef. Just look how good this is looking. It is so chewy and very crunchy and crispy in there. Try this, family. You will love this so much. And of course, our okra is now ready to be added to the stew. Look, as simple as this, you're going to make the best okra stew ever. Look, extremely delicious. Just look at that, and it's absolutely super slimy. Please take note that while doing this, your heat is on a very low heat, just so that you make sure that anything here is not overcooked. Okay, everything is pretty much cooked, and all that you have to do is let the flavors get to know each other, and so you have to let it simmer for about 5 minutes and you are good to go. You can go ahead and throw in some few fresh peppers for any adult who needs extra heat in their mouth, and some few crunch of your red onions wouldn't be bad at all. Plus, the team Garnishing gang will be very happy to see it as well. All you have to do is allow it to simmer through on a low medium heat for about 5 minutes per. You are done. Of course, we also have our very soft banku to pair with. You can pair with your akbele, your eba, you name it. You know, the list goes on and on and on. But my favorite, however, today was some soft banku. Okay, family, you go ahead and serve and enjoy. Deliciousness panye. So there you have it, family. Thank you all so much for watching right through to the end. I'm really thankful you watched through to the end and you enjoyed the process. Please be sure to give me a like, which really helps the channel grow. And let's move on to the next okra stew that really is going to turn heads. It's just so incredible. This was one of my viral recipes on YouTube when I first started, and still is definitely one of my favorite ways to make okra stew. So please save this video and enjoy for this holiday season. I know you're going to absolutely blow everyone's mind with this particular recipe. Let's enjoy. Our ingredients, shall we? So we have our king of the ingredients, which is the okra, and I have lots of vegetables that will be hidden in this okra stew. I have my eggplant, mushrooms, lots of onions, garlic, ginger, and I have my pepper, tomatoes. Moving on to our proteins, we have some momone and supaku, which is the dried stockfish. I have here some mackerel, crab. I have my kotoje, which is the cow foot, and the cow stomach, and I have also wile or pomo, as our Nigerians call it. And for my spices, I'll be using some 2 Maggi cubes, salt, cumin seeds, some cloves, and my anise seed. That is all that we have, not forgetting our palm oil, of course. So let's just get started. In case you missed any of the ingredients, I will list everything that I use in the description box, so do not worry. It comes with the exact quantity as well. So I start off by chopping my onions, and you've already seen there's a lot of vegetables to cut, but I love to start off with my onions because I will need time to blend together with my natural spices so that I can be able to steam my meat and fish before I can proceed with the other choppables. Yes, so once everything is blended, I go ahead to prepare my meat and my fish for steaming. And yes, it takes quite a long time, especially for the meat to cook properly. So I like to start with that first and then proceed with the other tasks ahead. And fish are steaming, I go ahead to chop all the other vegetables left. So yes, I like to remove the seeds from my tomatoes and chop off the skin instead. It's really very important to be mindful of the amount of tomatoes that you be using in your okra stew, especially when you want the okra to maintain its drawiness. I only use 4 fresh tomatoes, and mind you, this okra stew is in a big batch. Okay, that is the only tomatoes that I use to chop the remaining vegetables. So please do well to enjoy. And feel free to cut them in any form and shapes that you prefer. All right. Go ahead to put my eggplant or garden eggs in salted water because I do not want it to discolor. This helps maintain its natural color until it's been used, because once it's exposed to the room temperature, it turns to get darker. So by avoiding it, I put it in salted water. So it's now time to chop my okra. And this is exactly how I love to chop it, but feel free to chop it in any form that you prefer. Finally done cutting and chopping all our vegetables. Right now I'll go ahead to blend my tomato seed and pepper. I'll use just one pepper. All the rest of the pepper is for garnishing and for the adults who want extra hotness in their mouth. And as you can see, my meat is done and perfectly cooked, and my fish as well. They are steamed to perfection, and I'm truly in love already. So I go ahead to take them off as well. And this stock right here brings extra flavor to the stew, so I'm going to store it and add it to the stew later on. Right now I'm taking off the fish as well, as it is perfectly cooked. I love to have them whole in my okra stew. And the stock, however, I use to cook my eggplant or garden eggs, because I want that garden eggs to have that extra flavor. Okay, so right now let's start off with the stew. Once everything is cooked on the side, trust you me that the stew really goes so fast. In this, my favorite pot goes in my palm oil, and then I put in the momone right away. It's exactly how mom would do, and let me tell you that when you do it like this, the infusion is just so great. As you can see, the momone just melted in that palm oil, and it's just the best way to, you know, add that momone flavor to your stew. Okay, in case momone is new to your ears, it is salted cured fish that we Ghanaians love to add in our soups and stews. It is just so flavor packed. Head to fry your onions for about 2 to 3 minutes, and once it's caramelized, you go in with the blended tomato seed and pepper. You just go ahead to fry that for at least 5 to 7 minutes, and until it loses that water content. And you go in with your chopped tomatoes as well. You fry that as well for 5 minutes. Has been cooking for 5 minutes, so it's the best time I add my dried stockfish, and I allow it to simmer through for about 2 minutes, and then go in with my assorted meat and the stock of the meat. And let me tell you, the stew is almost getting down. Look at all that meat, family. I really went down on the meat. Okay, I did not want to scare anyone. It's the beauty of okra stew anyway. You can load it with any form of meat that you prefer, or I sometimes love to have it with olive fish or maybe olive veggies, which has never happened, but you can also try to do it like that. Okay, so I went in with my stock, and let me tell you that that goodness of the stock make this stew so yummy. So right now it has been cooking for the past 3 minutes. I go in with my fresh mushrooms. I did not cook this on the side. As we all know, the strength of mushroom, it does not take that long for it to cook. So I go in with my Maggi cube now. I just wanted all that, you know, seasoning to get into everything that I have here. And then I now introduce my eggplant, aka garden eggs. Okay, I can only imagine the amount of flavor this garden eggs is having right now. It is just so delicious. You could even eat it on it by itself like this. Trust me, it is so good. So once everything goes in, I can go ahead and introduce my crab and fish. And let me tell you, the stew is almost done. course, once the fish gets in, please be careful. Stir gently so that you do not break the fish. Right now, all that is left is for you to taste for salt. If you need it, you just add a little bit more. So this is the final state that you can actually add salt. If you add later on, your okra stew is going to lose its drawiness, and I know most people do not want that. Okay, so right now it's time for us to cook our okra. Let me show you a few tips here that I see lots of people struggle with. Okay, so if you add your bicarbonate directly to your okra, it turns out to be very dark once it is exposed to the room temperature. To avoid that, please add the bicarbonate in the water and allow it to boil for at least 5 minutes before you add your okra. This way, your drawiness is rest assured, and your beautiful green color is rest assured as well. It's not going to be dark whatsoever. So you just go ahead and do it this way. Ensure your beautiful green okra color that we all love, right? So yes, you go ahead to boil your okra, and mind you, I love my okra to be somewhat crunchy, not too overcooked. I'm going to cook this okra for just 4 to 5 minutes maximum, and then once this is done, we are going to introduce it to the rest of the stew, and voila, we will be having our okra stew in no time. Look at that beauty, look at that beautiful color, and tell me you do not want to try this recipe. Tell me that. Look at that okra stew in its beautiful glory. It is just so delicious, family. It looks so inviting, doesn't it? We are done, no fam. Once the okra gets in, all that you have to do is to lower your heat and allow it to simmer. Just allow it to simmer. Let them get to know each other, and let me tell you, that drawiness, it's intact. It was actually prepared for our family get together for our mom's birthday. We just sat and ate together, and it was not consumed on that day that it was made. We actually enjoyed it the day after. So when we were having this, we traveled with the okra stew from Uppsala to Stockholm. So it was just a perfect example for you to know that this was enjoyed the day after. This is actually the day after the stew was prepared, and we are going to travel with it all the way about an hour and 30 minutes drive, okay, family, and it was still very intact. Let me show you when we get to Stockholm. We also reheated it, but it still maintained the drawiness. This is to tell you, my fellow vendors, my fellow friends and family out here, please try this recipe. You are not ever going to regret it, and everyone would definitely love it. And let me tell you, we had the best lunch ever. Okra stew was so inviting that we could not wait to set up the table the way we wanted. Okay, it was just so good. Mr. Buffo said okrosoup. Thank you so much. He enjoyed my food. Yes, I had to lower it for copyright claims. Okay, so next time did enjoy this recipe, please do not forget to like, comment, share to few friends and family. And if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch, and I really hope that you're enjoying all these amazing okra stew and soup compilation. Not everyone loves oil, so I also thought of sharing this amazing way of making your okra soup oilless, and it's just so healthy, very delicious, and has distinctive aroma and taste that I believe your guest is going to love this holiday season. So kindly stay tuned and enjoy. So easy to make and very delicious. Let's get right into it. Proteins we're going for. I cannot make okra soup without oily. It is a must. I have some crabs as well, and I'm going for some tilapia today. I was craving for this kind of okra so bad. Of course, we have our super green and very fresh okra and some spinach here as well. This recipe is a no tomato recipe. You're not going to use tomatoes, but I love to garnish it with a bit of cherry tomatoes. It is absolutely nice and very sweet as well. I love it in here, so I use few of them. I also have some yellow and red onions, some ginger garlic, some cloves, a bit of rosemary and anise seed, and I also have some peppers, mixed of peppers. I have this anahem chilies. They are so spicy. Do not underestimate it. I also have a bit of habanero pepper, and I have my glucose bean, aka dawa dawa, some mixed powdered seasoning, and some salt. That is it, family. It is so great. Let's get started. So in my pot, I'm going to start with my wele, aka kavuro or pomo, right? I'm going to add my glucose bean right away and add my all-purpose seasoning, a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add lots of water because cow skin can really take a long time for it to cook. I want it very nice and very soft. Okay, I'm going to cover it and go right away. To start with my preparations today, I'm using my golden grinder, okay, the traditional way. I'm going to just cut some few onions. I used half of the yellow onions, and I went in with my garlic. I used 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to use about 2 thumb size of ginger. With this recipe, you need that ginger kick, okay? So add lots of ginger if you want, okay? And I'm also going to throw in about a teaspoon each of cloves and rosemary. All right. I almost forgot to add my anahem peppers and all the peppers that I'll be using. I use about 5 of them. I want it nice and spicy, so you're going to go ahead and adjust it to your preference, okay? Use your sanka for a nice experience. I promise you'll love it so much. So yes, this is what you have to do. It do not have to be very smooth. As you can see, this is the texture we're going for. It is absolutely great. Okay, so now that we're done, let's go and check up on our wele or cow skin. It is cooking very well. It is not nice and tender as I want it to be just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and recover it and allow it to cook for an extra 10 minutes. While waiting, in the meantime, I'm going to also go ahead and treat my tilapia the way it needs to be treated. I'm going to take off the grills and cut them into smaller pieces, all manageable sizes that I prefer. You may want to cut it into 2, 3, 4, whatever size that you prefer. Anywho, I have already washed this, okay, and taken out all the intestines that we do not want to have in our soup, okay? So once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and give it another wash, and I'm going to season it now with a bit of all-purpose seasoning, a bit of salt, and my grinded ingredients. That is the peppers, the ginger, garlic, and everything that I grinded previously, okay? Make sure you massage it very well and allow this to rest for about 20 to 25 minutes, and you're good to go, all right? It is absolutely enjoyable. So on the other hand, I'm going to also prepare for my So here I have about 1 cup of water, half teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. This is going to help the drawiness of the okra, okay? It is going to be nice and very slimy. On the other hand, I'm going to go ahead and chop my spinach and also cut my okra, okay? Cut them into sizes that you prefer. Today I went it with the jumbo sizes. I want the leaves to be seen, okay? So I'm not going to cut them into very tiny bits. it is nice and large. Okay, I went for the large sizes. So this is how it went. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and rinse it very well with some water and a bit of vinegar, just to make sure that everything is very nice and clean. It is very, very important. All right. If you're enjoying this recipe so far, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up and please share with your friends and family as well. And if you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, okay? And join the family for amazing and super, super delicious new recipes. So for the okra, this is how I like to chop it today. I like to cut off the head, and today I'm going for the extra jumbo sizes as well. You may also go ahead and grate it and chop it into very, very fine sizes. Totally depends on you. I'm very curious to know, how do you like to chop your okra? Let me know in the comment section. All right, just continue. It is so fun. Okay, don't get bored just yet. It is absolutely great. Think about the outcome. Cooking is fun. Okay, so go ahead, repeat until you're done cutting and chopping all your okra. Okay. So there you have it. We are done. Look how nice and green it is. Our water also has been boiling for the past 10 minutes or so. So we're going to add everything here and make sure we mix everything together. And you want to also go ahead and whisk it. You want it to be nice and slimy. Okay? Do you not like the sight of okra when it's cooking? I absolutely love it. I just love that part so much. So continue to whisk, stir until you notice that this okra is done. You should cook it for about 5 minutes. You want the okra to be still very crunchy, okay? So go ahead and stir, whisk until you are done with that 5 minute cooking. Okay, so we're done. Now our base of the soup is really doing well. Now I can see that my cow skin is nice and very soft, so I'm going to add all the other proteins. They're very easy to cook. It would take me literally for about 10 minutes for this to cook out very well. So I added my crabs and my tilapia, added a lot of water because we want the soup to be very light. Okay, we're preparing okrosoup, not the stew. It is always so confusing when it comes to okra preparation. Okay, so I'm going to cover it, allow this to steam for about 7 minutes, and look at that beautiful sight. The fish has steamed very well, and you can see that it's very nice and tender. We want to also add more flavors to this, so we're going to go in with our grinded ingredients. Okay, remember we grinded some onion, peppers and garlic, ginger, the cloves and everything. That is what is going to give that soup extra flavor. So go ahead and add the extra of your seasoning powders as well, and just gently stir everything together. Cover it for about 3 minutes, and the action is about to begin. Absolutely great. So now the base of the soup is ready to receive the okra. It is absolutely great at this point. See how green and just beautiful this okra looks. Point, our soup is almost done. Just go ahead and gently, because you're using fish, the tilapia is very sensitive fish, you want to just go ahead and gently stir everything together. Don't worry too much because the sliminess of the okra is not going to tear them apart. Okay, and for the garnishing, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to use some cherry tomatoes, some anaheim peppers for extra heat. Use paposhito if you have access to that. I also went in with some habanero pepper. This needs to be nice and spicy, okay? I also went in with some red onions. I'm going to allow this to simmer for about 2 minutes and our soup should be ready. Oh my goodness, the aromas and the flavors are so great. Just have a look at this. It is just heavenly. You need to try this recipe ASAP. It is so delicious. It's ready to be served. Serve it with your eba. your banku, your ewakbele, any, swallow that you have at home. Pair with this and you're going to really enjoy. This okra can not only be made in the Volta region, you can definitely make it at the comfort of your home. Promise you, it is absolutely delicious. One of the best okra soups I've ever tried. I want you to give it a shot and let me know how you like it. It's so good. It was snowstorming here, but after we enjoyed this, we really felt good in our system again. It was nice and very spicy, as it should be. So there you have it, family. Thank you so much for watching right to the end. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family as well. And if this is your first time here, hello. My name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again, and as always, know that you're so beautiful just the way you are. I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day.